Hello everybody and welcome back to a Royal Reader. My name is Cece and today I'm going to be doing the makeup book tag. So I'm not entirely too sure who created this makeup tag. I couldn't really find a name for it, so I guess the person has like deleted their channel or their blog. But nonetheless, I have listed the questions down in the description box for you to have a look if you would like to do it yourself. You are going to see me with a bare face, which if you watch my reading vlogs, you will already be accustomed to. But nonetheless, if you haven't watched those, be prepared. It's not bad or anything. Anyway, let's just get into the video. Alrighty, so here we have my bare face. I have actually just popped a pimple. Sorry, a bit of TMI there, but anyway, let's get into this. So the first question that we have is primer, and that's going to be a book that left a lasting impression. Alright, so I'm going to be going a little bit basic with this, and that's going to be Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. If you have read this book, there is fluff flying through the air, sorry. If you have read this book, you know that there is a certain death of a character in this that shook the world, basically. I was definitely scarred from reading it and will then be continued to be scarred for the rest of this particular series. But I definitely have to say that specifically this one really, really scarred me and left me terrified for what was to come. I've just realised that I have my Throne of Glass series around the wrong way. Oh well, that's fine. Makeup bag here. So let me just try and find where my primer is because I can't find it. Okay, here we go. So for my face primer, I actually use the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is the tester that I have had since oh my god, no, don't run out now. No! That was the last of my Too Faced primer that I've had since 2019, I believe. So I do have oily skin, so this does actually help make it last. Apply that mainly to my T-zone area, so just my forehead, my nose, and my chin. And then across my cheeks, which is where my pores are the largest. And then the other thing that I use that I think really actually helps make my makeup last, the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. I just shake this up, and then I spray my beauty blender and get that nice and damp. I don't like drench it, but I get it nice and damp. So foundation is going to be favorite book in a series. There is too many to try and deal with, and I don't want to have to give the same basic answer again like I did with Miss Sarah J Maas. So I see, this is the problem when you don't finish series, okay? This is the problem. I don't know if this will be classed as basic, but I'm going to go with The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the final book in the Raven Cycle series. I absolutely love that series. The best characters ever. In this, my favorite characters end up together in a ship, and that was just really good to see that happen, and like it's just this whole big climactic event, and I just really loved it, so this one. For foundation, I in fact use the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Matte because I am a oily person. And I am just going to apply it to my face. I give it a bit of a shake first and just apply a little bit because luckily enough my skin has actually been doing quite well recently. Yeah, this is a really buildable full coverage foundation. I really like it. It is medium coverage. Oh no, apparently it's high coverage, but I find it really buildable. You only need a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. So that is what I use. My beauty blender has gotten a little bit dry, so I'm just going to spray it again. Who has cats knows the struggle of getting cat hair off your beauty blender. Alright, so I have my little mirror here, and I'm just going to firstly get the cat hair off my face. How about that? And just go blending away. I'm glad I have big lips in order to be able to cover the stupid pimple I have under my chin, because that's just great. So I don't need too much, just enough to be able to, like, you know, cover the slight discoloration that I have and make my face look a little bit more like it's one color. Alright, next we have is concealer. Just going to go quickly into telling you what the concealer I use is before we go into the characters. Sorry, before we go into the question. So the concealer that I use is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I swear half this video is just going to be me taking cat hair off of everything that I have. Anyway, I have this in the shade 120 Light. I don't know. So I just put a little bit in the corner of my eye and then dab it along the edge. So the concealer question is characters you wish didn't exist. I'm going to probably go out on a limb here and say something controversial. I really wish that Mal from the Shadow and Bone series didn't exist. I know, so controversial. Yeah, I really did not like him from the Shadow and Bone series. I read it a few years ago, quite a few years ago actually, over 5 years ago, and just immediately hated him the moment he appeared on the page, and I just absolutely hated him with a passion, and I am still very much bitter about what happened in Ruin and Rising. Yeah, I was definitely Alina and Darkling endgame. I wanted them to be real, and Ms. Lee Bardugo just had to go the opposite direction, unfortunately. So next we move on to powder. The powder that I use is an oldie but a goodie. It's going to be the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I was going to say finishing powder. This is in the transparent shade, but I am actually going to be getting like the colored powder at some point, at some time, goodness knows when, because I just feel like I might need a little bit more coverage. So yeah, I just pop that everywhere basically to mattify my face because I am an oily human being. But the powder question is going to be fave last book in the series. I have not finished quite a few series yet, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to answer this question. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go old school with this question, and I'm going to pick, I really hope this is the last book in the, I am actually going to be picking The Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. This is the last book in the Vampire Academy series, and oh my gosh, I love this series with my whole entire heart. We do not talk about the movie. I actually really enjoyed how Rochelle Mead wrapped this series up. I like that all of the characters that I enjoyed were, you know, they had a happy ending, and they were able to, you know, live and be alive and happy, and I just love how everything wrapped up. It's been quite a few years since I've read this, so I can't exactly remember how it wraps up, but nonetheless, I love this so much. Probably the best ending to a series that I've read. But anyway, that one. Moving on to eyebrows. I need to find my eyebrow. You my eyebrow? I got this from the Face Shop, which is a Korean brand. I think the brand, oh god, it's in Korean. It's the Face Shop brand. It is just a pencil, like crayon. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. And the question for eyebrows is a book everyone should read that BookTube has not read, or at least most of the people here on BookTube have not read The Iron Fae by Julie Kagawa. Alright, so The Iron Fae by Julie Kagawa was literally my favorite Fae series ever until I read Akata. I have been advocating for this series for absolutely ages, since when I first started doing BookTube back in 2016, 2017 I think it was, and I still can't believe that nobody has really read this. It is so good, especially if you guys enjoy reading about the Fae and stuff. This one has the seasonal Fae, I guess you could say. Moving on to eyeshadow. I am going to be using these random eyeshadow palettes that I have. I got these for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I just use the random colors that are in it. I don't really do too much craziness because I don't like to do too much craziness on my eye. Just gonna take this color here and just do a little, and then do a little bit of brr. So the eyeshadow question is fave colors on a cover. Don't mind colors and stuff. I don't have a particular preference, if I'm entirely honest. Alright, so favorite colors. Obviously, if anything is going to have my favorite colors, which is pink, I'm going to enjoy that. So I like pink on covers. I also prefer it when like the background is something you can actually look at, like a scene, like a forest or, you know, a castle or something in the background. I really like it when it's like that. Oh, this is darker than I was wanting it to be. I'm gonna figure it out somehow, I don't know. I look like I got punched in the eye. Fire. This is why I don't do eyeshadow. I literally look like I got punched in the eye. I'm just gonna put like a little bit of like gold. This is why I don't do eyeshadow. We are going to do blush. The question for blush is going to be a cringeworthy romance. I don't read romance. Everything that I read is fantasy romance. So, I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, you know what ship I really didn't like? Going back to when I first started doing booktube and stuff. Shatter Me. I really did not like Warner and Juliet together. I just thought that he was really toxic, and I didn't like that she was still in love with him, and the other guy, who I can't even remember what his name is, was just like pushed to the side. So there we go. There's that for you. That's like cringy in a bad sense, I guess you could say, instead of it being like cringy cute. So alright, so blush is done. Now we go on to... I'm not even going to attempt to put eyeliner on because, like, you guys see what I did to my eyes. Alright, let's just not do that. So let's move on to mascara. The mascara that I use is the L'Oreal Million Lashes Feline one. And that is going to be a long book. So I think the longest book that I have ever read is probably at this point in time either Crescent City or Akamath. Whichever one is bigger than the other, it's one of those two. And yeah, I lost an eyelash. Great. Alright, mascara is done. Now there wasn't a question for contour or like bronzer or anything, but like my face looks stupid without it right now, so I'm gonna put some on. Alright, we're on to the last question, which is favorite book kiss. So these are all Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that I got from my aunt. So favorite book kiss. All of them are just like amazing kisses. I don't know. This is too difficult. I'm trying to think of like the kisses and stuff that I have read of. Was there like a kiss that was like really soft and sweet? I prefer those kisses over like the real like sexy, steamy ones and stuff like that. So attractive. Oh, it's a bit more orange than I was hoping. Damn it. Nothing is going right today. Favorite book kiss? Oh, I know. So my favorite book kiss is definitely going to have to be the kiss from, I need to figure out, there we go. The kiss from the City of Bones. This is the one that specifically is in the garden. Everybody knows that scene from the movie, which I think was done really well. Every time I think of that kiss, I just think of the movie scene because I feel like it was done really, really well. This one, 100% this one. that is it for all of the questions for this tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing me absolutely fail at putting my makeup on today. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you have any answers to the questions, please also leave them down in the comments. I would love to see what your guys' answers is. If you did enjoy this video, then don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button down below. I would love for you to join. Don't forget to check out my social media links. They are always listed down in the description box for you. So do go ahead and check those out and maybe give me a follow so we can become friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in another one later on.